friends, it's Audrey. Welcome to my crafty space. Today I'm doing a layout in my December daily album celebrating my recent trip to France. Well, albeit my virtual trip to France, but my husband and I did a date day where we went to Paris and took a baking class. Yes, we went virtually, but we still went to Paris. So I already got it started a little bit because I had started doing it and then I messed up. But what I'm using today is I'm using the Travelogue collection from Clique Kits. And the Travelogue collection has this beautiful Paris stamp in it, which is really going to be kind of the feature and highlight. This is going to be a more simple layout, but it also has some beautiful paper and embellishments from a company in France called Les Ateliers de Carine. And I speak a little bit of French, and I wanted to use this collection today. It is a non-December collection, although I think I may pull in some elements from the Pretty Little Studio sampler kit here, which has some Christmas elements. But mostly I wanted to use this collection because of all the French phrases that they have, like aller simple, which means go simply, invitation au voyage. I'm butchering this. I haven't spoken French in about 20 years, but I'm pretty good with it. Visite means visit. So I really wanted to bring those elements in. Also, I wanted to use this collection because of the Paris stamp, of course, but also because of this beautiful paper that has France on it. So this is going to have to work this time because I did this once before and I completely messed up on the paper. So I cut this out of my silhouette, and I'm going to explain to you what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to turn my music on and get going with it. So basically what I'm going to do, I've already set this up a little bit because like I said, I already started this layout, and then I decided the direction I was going with it I didn't really like, so I figured I would come back on and redo it. But basically what I did initially was I embossed the stamp on, and I just did not like that green. It just was not looking right for me. Also, the stamp is very, very detailed. So I then stamped it again here. The stamp's very detailed, so it didn't really come out with embossing. Embossing just doesn't work for me. So what I did was I have this window frame sort of layout here. This is going to go in my album, and it's going to be a window here, and then it's going to have the story here, and then on the pictures here, and then on the back it's going to have the story. Okay, so, and then on the other side is going to be a picture of our plate, of our Pate Choux. I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting a piece of acetate in the middle here, and then I'm going to stamp the Eiffel Tower on it. So it's going to be hard to see it fully on here because of the black in the background, but I'm going to put some stickers and embellish it a little bit, and you'll see it when it's able to be flipped. It's a very simple layout. It's not too complicated. It's just perfect to tell this story in my December daily album. So what I'm using here is a piece of acetate. Or this is inkjet transparency film. This is not from Clique Kits. I got this off of Amazon. I like to use the inkjet transparency film because it's twofold. I can use it to print in my printer if I want to make a transparency, or I can also use it to kind of back this acetate for like a window. This cut file was also not from Clique Kits. I got this from an unrelated class. So just to show you how I started this before I get into this part, what I did was I put the window down, I traced this here, I cut these little, I believe they're 2x3, or 3x2, yeah, 3x2. So I had these little pictures, these were Zoom pictures that we took together that Carlos, who's the baker, or patissier, he sent them to us. I cut them out and I literally just put this on here, traced the shape with the pencil, pencil, and I glued them down. That's the part of this process I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you because I messed up. I just, again, this is the initial one I did, and I just did not like that green. It just did not work for me. I thought it would, but ugh. Some people might be looking at this and being like, oh wow, that's gorgeous. Why did she throw that away? For me, I just didn't like it. So, alright. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, get my acetate down, and start stamping, and then I'll pop back in when I've got a few more things to say. Okay friends, I want to give you a tip. I've been saving old catalogs. So this one is the toy catalog from Amazon for this specifically. So I don't want to get glue all over my space, but I want to put glue down in the middle here. So I use an old catalog or an old piece of paper in order to get the glue down, and then I can go over with it. I always put too much glue. I can go over with it and not worry about getting the glue on my surface and not worry about wasting a piece of paper. So that is a little tip from me to you. Alright friends, I'm using Stays On ink because it is a very good versatile ink that you can use for any kind of, it really sticks onto any kind of surface, and I don't want it to be coming back up and ruining my album, so I'm using Stays On. Okay guys, so now I'm looking, I really like how this came out. I like it much better than that grotesque green blob. Anyway, now I'm looking for ways on how I want to add a little bit of embellishment to it. So I'm looking at the strips here to see if there's any how I want to embellishment, really, what I want to do, and I'm thinking I might pull in some stuff from other kits in order to kind of finish this off. I also need a number because this is my 5th story, so I also need a number, which I'll probably pull from my stash because the numbers that I have from the Pretty Little Studio kit, I don't really, they're black and white, and I don't really like them to go, for me, they just don't really go with this theme. So, I'm gonna go looking through some of my other kits here, let's see, and try to figure out how I want to do this. I was also thinking about sewing along the border, but I think that's gonna make it too busy, so alright, so this is an add-on kit. It has mostly, it has the Traveler's Notebook pages from the Nordica Studio 40 collection, which was found mainly in the Attitude of Gratitude kit. So what I might do is I might add one of these letters to it, which I kind of like that, actually. Or one of these letters, what am I saying? One of these sayings. So, joy. Alright, I think I like that, and I want some texture. So I want a few raised surfaces, and I think what I've got in, okay, so here's the Pretty Little Studio kit, and there's some words in here I might use. This is, these are the numbers from the Pretty Little Studio kit, and I don't really like these numbers to go with it. Let's see what the die cuts have. Yes, I think I might use some of the word phrases from this kit, which is, I might use some of these over here. But I do want some texture, so, and when I'm saying texture, I want something raised. So I'm gonna pull out, pardon me here, there's two, oops, sorry about that. Alright, so I have the Bomb Dia sampler kit. Alright, so this is the Bomb Dia sampler, and this is also from Clique Kits, and this is from Pretty Little Studio, not Pretty Little Studio, Studio 40. And in it are some chipboard that these stars actually might be really good. This is a travel kit. Okay, so there's that, and then there's also this one, the Studio 40 Nordica, which is from the Attitude of Gratitude kit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna get going again, playing my music, and finish this up. Let me just show you one thing too. What I'm going to do to attach this is I'm going to be using my tiny attacher here. So I did, whoop, lots of stuff going on my desk here. Okay, so I do notice that there's a piece of plastic on top of here. Alright, I'm making it come off the page a little bit here, okay? And I am going to staple it with my tiny attacher, making sure that I staple it right on where the paper is, so you can't see the staple through here, because remember, I am going to back this eventually, like so. Alright? So I'm going to go on, finish up with my embellishments, and keep working on this layout. Alright friends, so I cut this into 4 3x4 pieces because the story 4 was actually it ended with a pocket page with 3x4s. So I cut that way, and now I'm looking for the number I want to use. I'm going to my stash. These are not from Clique Kits. And I think I am going to use the number 5, a gold one, because it goes with the gold here, or a gold number 5 because it goes with the gold here. So the question is really now, which one do I want? Do I want the big one, or do I want one dots now? Do I want the big one, or do I want the small one? And this, I did this year. My friend Tashiana, she suggested this in a class that I took, to put all your numbers grouped together, and it is so super awesome. But I just have to be delicate with them because I don't want to break any. I want to preserve my numbers for... I actually think I like the little 5 better because the gold is not working. It's not meshing right. Okay, so we're going to go with the little 5. Alright, I'm going to get my music playing again and keep working on figuring out how I'm going to finish this off. Alexa, play. Alright, so I really wanted to use more of the French elements in this kit, but it's just not working for me with the voyage photos. I really wanted to make it work to make it more of like a trip photo. But what I did was I did take pictures with December Daily in mind. So I did take pictures with the tree and stuff like that. And it just, these stickers are just not working for me. This one says invitation to travel. This one says or go simply. This one says visit. And it just doesn't work. I could put one here, but then I would want to balance it here. So aesthetically for me, I just don't like it. So what I did was I took chipboard from the Bomdia kit. I also took it from the Attitude of Gratitude kit, which is the Nordica, Studio 40 Nordica's collection, and I'm using the chipboard. And this is what I mean by texture or dimension, because what this is doing, the chipboard, the raised chipboard, is giving me the ability to have something come off the page. So it's not just a flat 3D page, and that's kind of what I was looking for. So I did do a combination of whatchamacallit, kits for this one, but that's okay. I'm just gonna have to go to France to use the rest of the kit up. So I'm gonna finish this up now. What I'm doing here is I am gluing the number 5 on. I did like to balance it because there's a lot of negative space here, or there's not much in the picture there. Whoops, I always do this. I always break my chipboard. So I think I've got another one. I always end up going on too roughly with the glue. And it always ends up breaking. I've been doing this like all December Daily season, and this one unfortunately is a little bit more thinner. Alright, so let's be easy on this one because we don't want to break you. Alright, and I ended up breaking this one, but I'm going to make this one work. Alright, yeah. Alright, gosh. This is just not working out for me, this layout. Sometimes, I'm still going to post this, you still are going to see this, but sometimes, when you have plans, you have things in your head and it just doesn't translate. So, alright, so now I'm using my trusty glue eraser to get rid of that glue on here. Alright. Okay, last that's left is to put the story on, and I want to just do one thing here. I want to add a star. I want to add a big star here. Do I want to add a blue? I don't really have blues in here. I think I'm going to add. Alright, so this is from the Bomdia kit. I think we're going to add this star here. Alright, so I'm putting the stars on here just to pull the elements in. I do have one more small star, but it's the same color as this one, and I don't want to use that, so that's fine like that. So this is how the layout came out, and you know what? While I'm here, let me organize this just a little bit. I like to kind of keep my kits in order, but I think my husband is home. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and stick it in my album. So here's my album so far. I just like to make sure I've got a clean space to work with. So I've been jumping around a little bit, but alright, I haven't done story 6 yet. This is story 9, which is also Clique Kits. This one's really cool. It's a nativity stained glass. But okay, so here is it in my album. So voila, that looks really good. So that came out really nice. So you can see the Eiffel Tower there. See it? It turns. Voila. There you go. Thanks for hanging out with me, friends.